In this video, we're going to show you guys how to create more effortless power on the serve by slapping your serves. So the first thing we have to realize here is we need that slap to synchronize with our arm. Because if we're slapping first and the arm hasn't moved yet, we're not going to make clean contact, we're not going to get that whipping effect that we're looking for on our serves, and we're not going to have that effortless power. If our slap happens too late and we're swinging with our arm first, that slap has no more effect on the ball either. So it's really important that you find the right timing for that slap, synchronizing with your arm movement and your upper body rotation. As to how we can find that slapping motion, there's a couple of drills that we're going to show you guys that you can do to develop the right motion in your wrist and create that effortless power we were talking about. So in this first drill, you're going to try to hit the ball mostly using your wrist on the side of your body and try to hit it as hard as you can, straight forward over the net. The whole thing would look something like this. So you can see I rotate a little bit here, I use my arm a little bit, but there's a whole lot of wrist slap that's happening when my wrist just moves back and forth, trying to hit the ball as hard as possible and straight forward. Now one more time from a different angle so you can see where the ball actually goes. Again, I'm trying to slap that ball straight forward, ideally low over the net, by using a ton of wrist movement. The next drill is pretty simple. You're going to position yourself at the line as if you're going to do a serve, and now that you got that wrist motion down from that last drill, you're going to try to use that wrist motion above your head by slapping the ball straight into the ground in front of you. So we're starting with a normal service motion, and we're trying to hit the ball into the ground as early as we can, meaning as close to our feet as possible, so we really use that slap more than anything else. So one more important thing about this drill is you want to really give it as much power as you can so the ball bounces up as high as possible, and for that you need to make sure that you toss the ball a little bit further in front than you otherwise would on a normal serve, so you can actually make contact on top of the ball much more easily. Because you can imagine, see it from the side, if I made contact above my head or just slightly in front, in order for me to hit the ball straight down, my wrist would have to be in a position like this, and obviously that's very awkward. So we want that wrist position to happen more in front so we can really hit that ball down into the ground as hard as possible. The last drill that we're going to do is we're going to try to take a normal serve without any leg involvement by just using our upper body, meaning just the rotation, just our arm and our wrist ideally, and try to get the ball inside the court with a ton of power without doing anything but using that wrist slap, upper body rotation and arm movement. The whole thing would look like this. Once you've done all those drills and you've mastered them and you really feel like you can use your wrist motion, a slapping motion, whenever you're serving a bit harder, now try to implement the whole thing with the whole serve, meaning involving your leg movement, involving your jump, and involving obviously still your upper body rotation, your arm movement, and then that wrist slap, so you can learn how to use that wrist slap for the effortless power on your normal serves. The whole thing would look like this. More time.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.